Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2 manages to pay off a Cooper family conflict from 4 years ago. CBS #1 comedy is back for network TV's 2024 to 2025 cycle with a more established premise. Now, alongside Georgie and Mandy's collective story, the spin-off sequel is also starting to delve deeper into the McAllisters' narrative. Thus far, Season 2 has been doing a good job endearing Mandy's family to viewers. Audrey remains Georgie and Mandy's first marriage true villain, but there's no denying that she is now far more fleshed out than when she was first introduced. That same goes for Jim, as well as scene stealer, Connor. However, since Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is standing on the shoulders of young Sheldon, some stories will inevitably tie to the Big Bang Theory's first ever offshoot. That's exactly what happened in A Will and a Dead Man's Wife, when Jim asks his kids about how to handle a huge amount of money. George's financial literacy is in full display in First Marriage Season 2, Episode 3. While Georgie vehemently objects Mary dating again, the subject of having a will becomes the topic of conversation for Mandy's parents in the outing. Motivated by landing a lot of money after the sale of their business and the unexpected death of George, Jim and Audrey discuss how they should handle their wealth, including how to divide it between Mandy and Connor. The problem is that neither their daughter nor their son has shown the financial capability to handle a substantial amount of inheritance money. Connor reveals he wants to use it for a bad business venture while Mandy endeavors to prioritize shopping, both concerning answers. When Jim asks Georgie, however, George and Mary's son has a solid answer: put half of it in Cece's college fund and then the rest on stocks and bonds. George's plan is so good, even Audrey can't say anything bad about it in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2, Episode 3. How dropping out of school actually helped Georgie in becoming a successful entrepreneur in TBBT. While Georgie has always had a special talent with regard to dealing with tires, being more responsible when it comes to money came a little later, specifically in Young Sheldon Season 5. At this point, he surprised his parents with the decision to drop out of high school so he could work full-time. Understandably, his parents were mad, but unlike Mary, who was more lenient, George used the opportunity to keep his son accountable for his decision, which included paying for his own bills. This forced Georgie to be more mindful of the money he earned from working with Dale. Instead of blowing them off with ridiculous things, like when he bought a van in Young Sheldon Season 4, he was more responsible for his finances, knowing that he had responsibilities. That sense of responsibility was ingrained in him, paving the way for a more financially smart young man in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. Comparing him to Mandy, who is much older but still doesn't know how to properly handle her money, George's approach to finances is impressive in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. While he is willing to take bigger risks to grow his business, he's also fiscally conservative, which make for the perfect entrepreneur.